Welcome back to the Masterminds podcast, the podcast dedicated to helping you master your most powerful tool, your mind. My name is Richie Mensah, and I'm your tour guide on this exciting journey to long-term success. My mission is simple: to help turn you into a mastermind. Before we continue, I just want to remind you that on this journey, on this short life that we have here, one of the most important things, one of the things that will help you to truly enjoy life is to build wealth. And building wealth is done best through investing. Now, I personally struggled to find a tool that could help me to invest until I found Achieve by Petra. Now, with Achieve by Petra, it's an investment platform where you can get to put whether small amounts, big amounts, anything in different investment funds to grow your wealth. You know, my favorite thing about Achieve is how you can set your savings targets, how you can be able to invest daily, weekly, monthly to get to where you want to be. So, download Achieve by Petra now. The link is in the description, and join me on this journey for us to all acquire wealth. One thing most people don't want to accept is that every sane person has a perfectly logical reason for everything that they do. It just may not align with your perception, which is why you may disagree. Let's imagine you get in a bus. In Ghana, we say you get in a trotro. And now the bus driver is driving so fast and so recklessly. You are sitting in the car feeling unsafe, thinking this person is a bad driver, they are bad at their job and everything. But that's because you don't see it from their perception. So the only reason the bus driver is driving so fast is because his main aim is to do as many trips as he can in a day. Because if he's able to halve the speed of one trip, that means instead of doing 10 trips in the day, he was able to do 20 trips, which means he's effectively doubled how much he's making. Now, you may not agree with this because he's putting your life in danger. He's putting the lives of so many other people on the road in danger as well. But do you understand that he has a logical reason for what he's doing? When you understand this, then you see to get this person to do the right thing, you just need to change their perception. I can use myself as an example. Once upon a time, I was a workaholic. I mean, I know somebody's watching this and saying you're still a workaholic, but I'm a little different now. There was a point in time where I used to work myself into bad health. I didn't consider my health, my wellness. I never considered any of those things. I just kept going and going and going till I'll break down. And no matter what people would say, I would keep doing that until it was explained to me from my perspective, for me to understand, where they said, okay, Richie, you are working so hard because you want to get the most out of your ability. But have you considered that if you don't prioritize your health, you will fall sick and then you will be unable to keep working? It was pointed out to me that if I keep going the way I'm going, at a certain age, I won't be able to work at all because I would have caused a long-term health condition that I can't do anything about. So it then occurred to me that, okay, if my goal is to achieve great things in life, is to do things that nobody could even think were possible, then my goal should be to remain healthy enough to keep doing those things. So yes, I'm still a workaholic, but now I pay attention to my health, I pay attention to my wellness, because I now understand that the two goals of success and health are actually the same goal. So by changing my perception, it changed my reality. So because your perception actually becomes your reality, you don't see the world as it is. You see the world as you are. If you believe you are a victim, bad things will keep happening to you. If you believe you are a winner, great things will keep happening to you. You notice people who always want to complain, always find something to complain about because they are focused on complaining. They are focused on losing. They are focused on life being difficult. So life keeps being difficult. They keep losing. they keep complaining. But look at the people who always have a positive attitude, the people who always believe that life is working out for them. I have a friend who always believes money is going to come their way anytime, anyhow, without them having to do any work for it. And strangely, it keeps happening. Honestly, I don't understand that one. But it keeps working for them because they believe. To the guys out there watching this, you all have that male friend who you know is too ugly to get any girl. But he believes in himself. He believes girls love him. He believes everything is always going to go well when he's talking to women. And what happens? He always gets the girl. This guy is always walking around with the prettiest girl on his arm. It's because that is his perception, and it becomes his reality. People end up being attracted to his confidence as opposed to what's going on over here. The more you see yourself as a victim, the more life will victimize you. The more you see yourself as a winner, the more life will give you wins. They say that's the biggest difference between a winner and a loser. When a loser is about to start a project, they instantly think about all the things that will go wrong. And what if this doesn't work? And what if nobody minds us? And what if we don't get attention? And what if we're not strong enough? What if we're not good enough? And life will make sure exactly that happens because that's your point of view. But when a winner is about to do something, they start to imagine what they're going to do when they succeed. Before they start this project, they're thinking, okay, so what do we do after we succeed on our first milestone? A winner's mindset is not just about competence, it's not just about opportunity. It's about believing you are a winner even before you play the game. So if you want to change your reality, change your perception. And like I said before, your perception comes from your experiences, your memories, what you've learned in school, what you've learned from your friends. So now to change your perception, you need to change the information that you have. When you go on vacation and you're about to do something very risky, do you see that fear inside you? You're about to dive in the water. You're about to go skydiving. You're about to go paragliding. And you feel so afraid, thinking you are surely going to die if you do this. Or you're going to feel dizzy or this or that. But do you notice that your tour guide or the guy who's going to show you how to do it is so comfortable? You know, like I was going to walk under the sea, literally walk under the sea. And the one thing that made me not feel nervous at all was while we were on the boat going, one of the guys would just jump out of the boat into the water. He wasn't wearing anything, he didn't have any oxygen mask on, and the guy was more than a fish. He was so comfortable with the water, and it just kept telling me, the only reason I'm afraid is because of my perception. I've never walked underwater before, so as far as I'm concerned, it's very dangerous. But look at these people swimming under the water with the fishes like they belong there. So if I want to be able to do this and succeed, I should just change my perception. Just understand the fact that I'm not the first person to do this, neither will I be the last. So I just went on Google and I searched up sea walking. And I looked at all the pictures of so many happy people, kids and families under the water, jumping, dancing, laughing. And I realized then it can't be that scary. If they can do it, I can do it. And now when I got under the water, it wasn't scary because my perception had changed. If you want to change your reality, change the information. That thing that you've been scared of doing, that thing that you are so afraid is not going to work out, is because you've been told it won't work out. You've been told if you start a business, it's going to fail. So you are too afraid to start your own business. You've been told if you work hard at work, it doesn't matter. Your boss is not going to give you the promotion. So you are afraid to even put your all in what you are doing. You've been told if you go talk to that girl, she's going to bounce you. She's going to just reject every offer. So you don't try. But change your perception. Understand the fact that you can succeed. Yes, it is very highly likely that you will fail. But after failing over and over and over again, you will succeed. So why not try? And I can tell you this thing. I have a friend who's watching this right now who can confirm the only thing you regret in life is what you didn't do. He didn't go sea walking with me. And it's 100% true. You only regret what you don't try. Because if you fail, what's the worst that can happen? Try your best. Take that leap. Make the effort. Believe it will work. Understand that once you change your perception and you keep going, you will succeed. Let's give an example of two shoe salesmen who were sent to a remote village to market their shoes over there. They both came back with different results. The first one said, it's not possible. They don't wear any shoes. And the second one came back and said, we will make so much money because currently they don't wear any shoes. It's the same reality. It's the same fact. But because of how they perceive it differently, one sees an opportunity and one sees a failure. And which of these two do you think is going to make a better salesman? Which of these two do you think is going to succeed? Definitely the one who says that this guy has never worn a shoe before in his life. I can sell a shoe to him, let him see the beauty, the comfort in wearing shoes, and he will become a client. Versus the one who gives up even before they start to market it. Your success is not going to come if you are not able to shift your mindset into a successful reality by having a successful perception about your life. Every single time you look down on yourself, every time you say, I'm not good enough, I'm not strong enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm not lucky, I'm not rich enough. Anytime you say these things about yourself, you manifest it. You create it in a reality. I'm too sick. I'm too weak today. I'm supposed to go for jogging, but I'm too tired, I can't go. I'm supposed to learn this course, but I'm too dumb, I can't learn it. I'm not good at English. I'm not good at maths. I'm not good at science. I'm not good at talking to people. Do you realize how much we talk down about ourselves all the time? But the truth is, you are what you say you are. You are what you believe you are. If you believe you are good in maths, you are good in maths. Do the maths. If you believe you will fail at everything, you will fail at everything. Poverty versus wealth is not actually a financial status. It is a mental status. The person who perceives himself to never amount to anything financially will remain poor. The person who has a wealth mindset learns, grows, attains more financial knowledge, and dares to be different. That person becomes wealthy. Change your perception, change your reality. So it's time to ask yourself, what's that belief you have that has been distorting your reality? What have you been thinking about yourself or your situation that makes everything feel so bad and so heavy on you? Now ask yourself, how can you change that? What do you need to change in your mindset to appreciate your life better? Now let's find a way to change that. Start asking questions like, what else could this mean? Anytime something happens and your mind just goes straight to the worst case scenario, how things are horrible, start asking that. What else could this mean? What belief can I have that will help me to appreciate the situation better? What good could come out of this situation that feels so horrible today? What perception do I have which is making my reality as horrible as it is right now? Change that perception and change your reality. My mission stays the same: to help you to become a true mastermind.